my people. I hope you guys are doing wonderful. I hope it's a beautiful day where you're at. Y'all are safe. Everything is good. We're going to go ahead and go directly into these readings. No rants, no messages today. So, pick a card. 1 through 6. Could be one card. Woo. Could end up being more than one card. All those fell out. You know what? Let me see. I might just go ahead and take them all. Let's see. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Clarify that last one, Spirit, before you give me 6, please. I was like, goodness gracious. Thank you, Spirit. Alrighty. And let's see what we got. Oh, shuck it duck. I so love the money card. I so love it. Too happy with the money card. All right, so let's get into card number 1. Spirit communication. So if you chose card number 1, you could be dealing with your clairaudience opening up. You could be dealing with your clairvoyant ability opening up. Now, I know a lot of people are going to be like, Tanya, I don't believe in this spiritual shit. I don't do this stuff. I don't talk to ghosts. This is not my thing. If you don't want it to be your thing, you won't see it. You will be blocked. You will block yourself off. If you don't want to have to deal with stuff like this, you won't. If you don't want to see it. But for those who are growing spiritually and are open to this, a lot of you could have your mediumship abilities getting stronger this week, this month, moving into February. There could be a surge, upgrade. Some of y'all could be laying in bed and you feel like you are getting fine-tuned, like there's a lot of energy surges that are going on around you. This could be with, I feel like for some of you, there's a lot more vibration, headaches. It almost feels like you're being fine-tuned. So some of y'all could be feeling like there's energy surges going on in your feet and in some type of systematic, I don't even know what the word would be. Upgrade. So everything is moving up. Upward motion. They're showing me upward motion that is starting at your feet and it's moving, progressing. Thank you, Spirit. Progressing upward towards your crown chakra. So for some of you, you could be feeling like your feet are tingling, your legs are tingling, your hips start tingling, your stomach, your chest. You may feel some vibration around your head. This could be getting some type of upload from Spirit that helps you grow to another level. For some of you, this is definitely you hearing Spirit more clearly. Maybe being in your room and all of a sudden something calls your name. You know, Tanya. And you're like, what? What the? Who? Nobody's here. This could also be like hearing little knocks or hearing little things that are going on. Like this morning, I kept hearing music play. And I checked my phone. I checked my TV. There was no music. But I was hearing music playing. So for some of us, we may be going through this phase where you're starting to hear things or see things more clearly. You might even hear some whispering. Somebody or something may come up behind you and whisper in your ear and there's nobody there. Could be Spirit trying to give you a message that's coming on. Whatever it is, it's Spirit communication. Some of you may start hearing these messages really, really clear. Some of you may have a hard time. This could be ringing in the ears where your body is trying to adjust to the frequency. Don't rush it. Don't push it. Don't stress out about it. If they want to communicate with you, they will communicate with you and it will become more clear in time. Doesn't mean everything has to happen within this first day that you hear this. So be really, really open to it if you want to grow spiritually. If you don't want to grow spiritually, turn your music up, turn your TV up and, ignore it. Keep going on about your way. You don't have to open that door if you don't want to open that door. Card number 2. Card number 2 is overthinking. Now, this is somebody that definitely feels like they can't shut their mind off. Like I'm laying in bed and I'm just like, okay, what's going on? Why is this coming through? Do I have to pay this bill today? Is this happening where I got to take care of it today? What does Bob think about me? Is Susan cheating on Avalon? Whatever it is, you're going overboard. Your mind is not shutting off. Now, sometimes with spirit communication, some people literally will lay in bed all night because spirit is communicating with them, and spirit doesn't. Sometimes they don't realize we need to rest, we need to sleep. So if you keep this channel open, you might be in bed and thinking, oh my God, I can't just, it's too much stuff. Sometimes it happens with me where they'll send me ideas or inspiration through, and I'm just like, okay, I got it. And before I'm able to process that, then another thing comes through. So for some of you, this could be piggybacking off of that spiritual communication card. For a few of you, I feel like this is love. I feel like somebody is laying in bed and it's like, how do they feel about me? Where's this relationship going? What are we doing? Is this going to work out? There's this thing where it could be either a relationship that started off new, or this could even be something that is almost ending. And I feel like somebody is really trying to connect with how a person really feels, almost to the point where it's obsessive. There could be some communication that came in that makes you question this person's feelings. But I do feel like it has to do with a relationship. Now, if this is not a romantic relationship, this of course could be family, a co-worker. But I feel like for some of you with this, you got some news or something was said that you cannot let go of. It's like, I can't stop thinking about it or overthinking it. So I feel like somebody's replaying this over and over again to make sure that they got it right. Whatever it is overkill. This could be causing headaches. This could be causing you to be physically and mentally drained. So if you're caught up in this cycle with card number 2, you might want to go ahead and start meditating, trying to eliminate some of this stuff. Now, if you're overthinking, it's going to be really, really hard for you to quiet your mind down. Some of you may have to use a candle to focus your intention on. Some may have to try water meditation, music meditation. But for some of you, you really need to get to a place where you can let this go. If you can't let this go through meditation, then it may be time for you to go in for some type of therapy session to figure out why you keep doing this. For some people, it's OCD where you just like, I can't let it go until I find a solution to it. And for everybody, there is no solution. This is an endless cycle. I'm a Libra. I do this all the time. I have to literally make myself go to sleep so that I just can't. And sometimes even in my dreams, I'm still doing it. So I understand the struggle with it. It's not the easiest thing to do, but I do know that therapy and meditation has helped me get a better handle on it. So if you're feeling this could be a love relationship or a friendship coworker where something was said, you don't want to let it go, or you're replaying it over and over again. For a few people, I'm getting like bills. You maybe are trying to balance out something, or you're trying to see how long you can take before you have to pay something. It's like, okay, do I have 3 more days? Are they going to cut it off? There's something with a cutoff going on with this. Now, this could be a cutoff with bills or some utilities, or this could be a cutoff with a friendship or a relationship because of this overthinking. Card number 3, conflict. So if we piggyback off of card number 2, card number 2 could be showing that you're overthinking something that was said that you're not able to let go of because there's conflict that happened with this. Now, if you do card number 1, 2, and 3, you could get some type of spirit communication that is telling you something is going on and you're overthinking the message. You're trying to get ahead of it. So for some of you, this could be spirit giving you guidance about a conflict that's coming in this week. If you've been dreaming about conflict, or you realize that there's a lot of tension brewing, there could be your ancestors or somebody coming through and saying, okay, you need to be prepared for this. Won't happen for everybody, but if that message if it resonates with you, then connect with it. Now, card number 3, definitely feel like this was gossip, miscommunication that started a lot of arguments. Started off with 2 people. Somebody brought another person in, and it was like you said, he said, she said, whatever it was, it got really confused with this. So for some of you, you may inadvertently get caught up in some conflict that has nothing really to do with you. You may have said something innocently, and then it was taken out of context, and then all of a sudden your name is thrown into it because the information possibly came from you, or you were involved in some way with the information. Whatever it is, I feel like it's a lot of miscommunication. If you find yourself this week in an argument with somebody, especially for a lot of you that I don't feel like you intended on being in this situation, some of you are really going to have to say, you know what, ain't my circus. I'm not doing this. You know what, I may have said something, but I didn't intend it to be that way. And if it was taken that way and everybody else lost their mind, I'm sorry, but that was not my intention. Because I feel like with miscommunication, it's almost like that thing where you tell somebody something, they tell the next person something, and you 15 people down, the shit is completely different than what it was supposed to be. But I do feel like this is gossip, this is miscommunication. Some of y'all could be dealing with this in a workplace or a family. This could even be a fight with a love relationship where something was said and the other person was actually trying to protect their partner or their mate. And because they are taking sides, and now you got all these other people around you that are like pissed off. So for some of you, you're definitely going to be dealing with miscommunication that could end up in arguments if you know that you did not intend to be in this, or you're not trying to be into this. Walk away from it. If you don't have to be in it, let it go. Let these people deal with what it is on their own. There are some people in this stuff that knows exactly what's going on, and they're kind of sitting back and letting this thing unfold when they could come in and stop it, but they're choosing not to. So if you get caught up in this and you're not trying to make it better, walk away. I would walk away from it. Card number 4, speak up. Now, that could piggyback off of this card by saying if somebody knows the truth, maybe it's time for you to come in and say, this is what happened. For some of you, you may walk away from this knowing something that can help it, but you're not saying something to either diffuse the situation or make sense of it so that these people can be like, okay, you know what, let's stop. I feel if you chose card number 4, if it doesn't apply to this conflict, some of you are feeling like your voice is not being heard, like you're not being taken seriously by some people around you. This could be you feeling like, I'm just not sure why I continue to try to talk and nobody pays attention. I feel like there could be a lack of respect that some of y'all are dealing with. And it could be with the people around you. It could be coworkers, family. But I feel like you're saying certain things and people are not taking you seriously. For a few of you, I feel like this is almost like being manipulated. Like people are throwing you into things, or they're using your name, but they're using it in a derogatory way, but you're not asserting yourself. You're not saying, look, don't do that. I don't feel comfortable with that. Some of you may know something that's going on and you're choosing not to say anything about it because you don't want the conflict. But if you have the answer or the solution to the conflict, then you need to assert yourself so that it could be done, or it could be diffused. For some of you, I definitely feel like this is an issue with asserting your voice. And I know what it is. A lot of it is fear. Some of you are either trying, because with her eyes that are clouded, some of you are maybe holding back because you're like, I don't see it clearly. I'm not saying anything because I don't see what's going on clearly, or I don't even understand what's going on. And if that's the case, then it may be why you're holding your tongue back. You're like, I don't really want to participate or say anything with this because I don't understand what's going on. So for some of you, there could be a look of clarity, or there could be this moment of clarity that you're waiting for when it comes to speaking up. I definitely feel like, though, if you feel you're being pushed back or you're not being allowed to say something, then you are going to have to assert yourself in this situation and come forward and go, you know what? Yeah, I need to do this. I need to say something. So for some of you with card number 4, there could be this inner conflict with knowing that you need to do something, but feeling really, really, really uncomfortable about it because you don't want to be caught up in any type of conflict. I get a lot of fear and being uncomfortable with having to assert yourself in a situation that you would rather not. So there's this really strong feeling of, I think I'm just going to keep my mouth closed and just wait. And for some of y'all, that may be your go-to, where it's like, I'm not really going to open anything else up with this. But for some of y'all, I feel like you might not have a choice this week. There may be something that you have to say because you have the answer or the solution. And you just may have to get involved with this to rectify it. I feel for you, because for a lot of you, I get this really like, oh, I don't want to do it. I don't want to do it. Don't make me do it. And then all of a sudden it's like, damn it, I got to say something. So be really, really careful with that. Definitely make sure that you're okay in the whole situation, but speak your truth. If you got to speak your truth, speak your truth. Things have to fall sometimes the way they have to. Now, card number 5. If you chose card number 5, some of you may have made this really great soulmate connection, this soul spiritual connection. Doesn't necessarily have to be romantic. This could be with a friendship. This could be within the, family. We're just soulmates. We're two peas in a pod, But there could be an issue where this relationship becomes very possessive. This person may not want you to be around other people. They could be trying to take up all your time. They could be trying to keep you just for them. Now, this won't apply to everybody. For some of you, this may be you doing this to somebody else. You may be like, you know what? I don't want you to be around your family anymore. Maybe because some of them might be batshit crazy. Maybe there's conflict. Maybe somebody knows something about this soulmate, but they're not saying anything. Maybe somebody doesn't like that the soulmate is dominant or too possessive, but they're not saying anything. Could deal with some conflict. So for some of you, if you're in a relationship with somebody who is possessive or dominant and you're having issues, I'm sorry, y'all, I got the itchies. Some of y'all may be dealing with somebody that your family members or your friends may not like. They may not support a relationship. They may think that this person is coming in, or this could be them feeling that way about you. And if you're sharing things with your family, there could be a situation where there's conflict, because now, this person knows what's going on in your relationship. Now they want to come in and say 2 cents. For some of you, because this person is so dominant and possessive, some of y'all may feel like, you know what, I'm scared to say something because I don't want the conflict from my family with this person. I don't want there to be an issue. So some of y'all with this could be an abusive relation. This is karmic, but it's showing that somebody's coming in a little bit too strong. Look how tight this fist is. Somebody is holding on too tight. They're being too dominant. And it could make the person that they're involved with, even though it's a soulmate connection, feel like, you know what, I don't like that energy, but I can't say anything because there could be conflict. So for some of you, there definitely could be a situation where you're involved in something that is a little bit too heavy, too tense. Now, if it is abusive, then you got to speak up. You got to speak up. Because it could lead to something like this. So if you are in a very verbally abusive soulmate connection that turns physically abusive, then you kind of have to, you need to speak up. This could even be somebody watching this from afar that sees this happening with 2 people, but they don't want to say anything because they don't want to cross the lines. If it's arguments and stuff like that, then maybe people can work it out. But if it turns out to somebody beating somebody or physically hurting them, then this needs to happen, okay? And I hope that's not the case for a lot of you that are watching this. But for some of you, be really careful that you could meet somebody that you start dating that, they're alpha. And at first it's very, sexual, turns you on. This person is coming in and they're doing things for me, and they're making these, these decisions for me, and they're taking control of the situation. Be careful that it doesn't turn into something that is, emotionally or physically abusive, because they're taking over. Be really careful with that. Card number 6. Card number 6, if you've been having money problems, I love this card, you guys. I just don't know how much I love this card. But if you've been having money problems, this is saying that your money problems are a thing of the past. There's something positive that is coming in for you that is going to open up your money. This could be a new job opportunity. This could be income tax. For a lot of people, it's showing for January, February. So for some of y'all got unexpected money coming in, but it's coming in a good way. This is not a lot of like winning the lottery, but it is having enough money to pay your bills, having things that come in that you can take care of. So this is showing that this could be a job opportunity, inheritance, income tax, whatever it is extra money that is coming in. Pay some bills, put you on easy street for a little bit. Make sure you save some money. Don't spend it all. Put some in a savings account. Keep it under wraps because you may need it later. But for some of y'all have been waiting for this money for vacations, to get y'all booty lifted, your boobs lifted, you know, your penile implants, whatever, your Botox, whatever. Some of y'all, I'm getting major cosmetic surgery with this money. Some of y'all have definitely been waiting for this, and you're like, okay, I got plans. Some of this shit is already spent before it's even, you know, gotten in your bank account. But it's a positive card with card number 6, and I wish y'all the best. Don't be surprised if I call y'all up and talk about, sister girl, need a little bit of loan. Loan me some money. All right, you guys. Love you. Mwah.